Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So a quick post this evening. It's Wednesday and I wanted to put something up today as I'm trying to kind of get myself in more of a regular regime of posting. The aim is really for Wednesdays, Fridays and Sundays. Ha ha ha. We'll see how that goes. I mean, it really depends when I've got things to show and tell. So this one hasn't got much of a theme, I'm afraid. It's just a couple of products that I've bought. I haven't even really tried them except for one of them, so I can't really give you anything more than first impressions. But 3 out of 4 definitely are new products, so people might be quite interested to have a first look at them. And the first, forgive me, my throat's a bit dodgy still after that summer cold, even though I feel absolutely fine. The first of the products is a special limited edition Lancôme cushion blush, and it's the Sonia Rykiel collection, and quite sadly appropriate in a sense, because I believe she died in the last couple of weeks, and I'm sure most people know, it's kind of teaching my granny to suck eggs, but she was a very well-regarded French fashion designer, particularly famous, I think, for her knitwear. Used a lot of stripes, kind of skinny rib sweaters, particularly in the 70s. I don't know a huge amount about her, but yeah, she was one of the classics. And as I say, I believe she died a few weeks ago. Obviously, they'd done this collaboration before that. And it's a pretty fun collaboration. There's literally, I think, about 4 products. And I wanted to try the new cushion blush because I'm really into these cushion foundations at the moment. I know Lancome do one of those, which I haven't tried yet. But I thought I'd try this blush. How pretty is this? I mean, it really is all about the packaging here for me. So I know one of the other products had the more typical Sonia Rykiel stripy pattern, but I just thought this was so pretty. The colour was Sorbet Rose. I think the other one was a more kind of coral blush. And I haven't even opened this product. I really like how they've given a black little cushion in this. Well, I suppose it will stain in exactly the same way as the white cream ones do, but they do look very shabby very quickly with these products. So I'm loving the black. What can I do here? It's quite stiff. So I haven't even opened this up. This is the kind of pull away peel. Ooh, it comes away quite easily, so that's good. And there you've got the typical cushion. It's quite a kind of terracotta pink, actually. I'm not sure I was quite expecting. Typical smooth pigment. Blends out quite nicely, really to give kind of a subtle sheen there. I think that might look quite pretty on, as I say. I mean, you've seen, I've just opened it there, so I haven't tried it on the face yet. I'll have to report back. These are fairly gimmicky because I think one would really have to use them fairly quickly, unlike me kind of keeping my powder blushes for years and years. These definitely are going to dry out more quickly. My Dior Snow Cushion Foundation is actually still going strong after a couple of months, but I mean, it's not going to last that much longer, so I'm going to have to use this. But very, very pretty packaging and just a nice kind of limited edition to have. Then another limited edition celebrating an anniversary is Bobbi Brown. I believe it's her 25th anniversary in cosmetics, believe it or not. I actually thought she'd been around for longer than that, but what do I know? So she's brought out 3 eye and cheek palettes, the 3 big cities, New York, Paris, London, and I'm sufficiently cityphile snobbish, I suppose, is the word, to regard those as the three great cities. I've actually got a kind of book by Smithson's that just has sections for those three cities for you to record your kind of beauty and fashion and restaurants and shop addresses in. I mean, they really are the three biggies. So I kind of agree with Bobbi there. And they have lots of promising images to use, which are typical of the city. So I bought this sight unseen off the Harrods website. I think Harrods is stocking this exclusively at the moment in the UK. And I went for New York in the end. All the palettes, the pictures on the front were really appealing to me. Possibly the Paris one the most so, with the Eiffel Tower and a little Parisian girl, and the London one the least so. I think it's got kind of beef eaters and a girl on. But I tried to be sensible about the actual colour choice. The Parisian one had a gorgeous navy blue that I coveted in the eye colours, but the other colours were very, very shimmery. And the London one, I can't remember why I was kind of less attracted to that. So I went in the end for a very neutral New York palette, thinking that I probably won't wear the dark brown, black almost there. Yeah, very pigmented dark brown, although you could definitely use that to line the eyes with, but I tend not to use powder. I tend to use my Chanel stilos around the eyes because they don't smudge. But the other colours I thought I would use, that I suspect is actually very famous. Are they re-promotes? So yeah, that dark brown is espresso, which is definitely part of the usual collection. And there's cream. That one I've just swatched is called Birch. That would actually probably work very well as an eyebrow colour for me. And then the Champagne Quartz, which is the metallic up here. Nice and buttery, actually. That's very pretty as a highlighter. And then again, another matte cream. So, I mean, not amazing original shadows that you won't have seen before, even at Bobbi Brown, but just one of these lovely kind of limited edition palettes. And then I've loved the way she's done these kind of pull-out drawers, although you perhaps don't get as much product as you think you're going to get. Here's the blush at the bottom. I'm not a great fan of Bobbi's blushes, but that looks perfectly nice. Decently pigmented, actually. A bit too warm and dark for me, but there you go. But yeah, overall, they're just really, really gorgeous collector's items. And, you know, Bobbi Brown cosmetics, I don't wear as much as I used to. I went through a period probably in the, you know, late 90s, noughties when I did wear her products quite a lot. I feel she's slightly got left behind. But they're always very wearable, and generally the quality is good, and the quality of these looks nice. It's an expensive palette. I think this was £45, so, you know, it's not cheap, but if you love the kind of city thing, I am quite tempted to get the Parisian one, as I say. And it's a nice substantial one. Having said that, a bit heavy to stick in your handbag or whatever. And then the one product I have slightly tried is this new matte release for YSL, Rouge pour the Mattes. Now, I haven't, again, bought a lot of YSL of recent years. I seem to be on a complete lipstick jog at the moment, and particularly mattes, having not worn them for years and years. Some of the new releases, the fantastic Chanel Matador Velvets and the Charlotte Tilbury mattes that I've been very, very impressed with. The Christian Louboutin slightly less so, particularly for the price. But I found them all very wearable and suddenly enjoyed wearing them. Now, I saw someone doing a video of this specific colour, which is 208. I don't know whether it's got a name. It's slightly annoying when they've just got numbers. This one, yeah, is Fuchsia Fetishe. Now, actually, I wouldn't really call it a fuchsia. It is slightly bluer in real life and more fuchsia than it's coming out on my monitor, but even so, it's definitely more a bluey red than a fuchsia, to my way of thinking. There, I hope you can see a bit more. Yeah, it's showing up a bit more true as I've swatched it. Now, I did wear this last night. It's really, really beautiful. You know, a bolder colour than I would often wear, but really, really pretty. Really, really perks up my slightly ghostly complexion after 2 sleepless nights working. I put it on at about 6 o'clock in the evening before I'd had anything to eat. And it lasted quite well. I mean, not through a whole meal. I will say, as it faded away reasonably evenly on the lips, leaving a bit of a stain, as these mattes often do, on my upper lip, it did bleed a tiny bit. So, I mean, I think often with these bolder colours, it's much better to apply with a brush or to have a lip pencil on your first application, which I would do. But overall, it wore very well. And you can see, even on the hand, which obviously is not a particularly good way to illustrate how it's going to look on the lips, a very nice smooth consistency. I will say it felt really light and yet moisturising. These new matte formulas, in all the big cosmetic houses, they seem to have really smashed it recently. They're just a world away from the kind of itchy, sticky, drying matte formulas that put me off wearing matte lipsticks for years. So, yeah, I mean, I'll talk a bit more about this because obviously I've only worn it once. But so far, so good. And that shade is really, really pretty. And then this isn't a new product. This is the Baby Doll mascara, which, again, I've seen several people recommending who like Le Volume, which is my favourite. So I thought I would bust out a new brand and see if it's as good as or better than my fave. I'm due to open it because I'm due to throw out finally 2 used mascaras. So we'll see, and I'll let you know. I don't have very good experiences with mascaras overall, apart from Chanel. So let's wait and see. The Chanel bag in the background is a bit misleading. I did buy a backup of Rouge Radical. Promised myself I wouldn't buy any more backups of nail varnishes, but I've been going through that one so quickly. It does, because it's quite a gloopy formula, you do use up quite a lot on each application, but I've loved it so much this summer that I'm not sure whether it's limited edition or not, but I didn't want to be without one, so that was a backup of that. Shall I show you? I'm sure you all know what it looks like, and what it looks like in the bottle, in fact, is nothing to what it looks like on the fingers. It's very much more brighter and opaque on the fingers than it looks in the bottle. It's a slightly unusual formula that alone of the new Chanel nail polish formulas I'm a great fan of. I garbled my sentence there. I'm not a great fan of most of the new formulas, as you know if you watch me regularly, but this one I like a lot. So there we are, a not so quick little mini haul. I doubtless will have more to report about these in due course, and I definitely have got some exciting fragrances to show you. At least one of them I'll show you on Friday. So until then, bye for now.